Welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with John Schneider of Property Revival Realty. Welcome back, John. Good to see you again.
Thanks for having me.
So let's talk a little bit about, how to get your property priced correctly these days on this kind of market. And I'm wondering, a lot of people out there are thinking the best way to go is to set your price really high in the beginning so they can make the most money. Would you agree with that, or is there a better way?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not the case. And it's one of the reasons why you really want to make sure you list with a professional agent who knows how to evaluate price. Because if you list your property too high, what has a tendency to happen is your property sits stagnant on the market for some time. And that, in this type of market where properties are typically moving fast, can create some sense that there's actually something wrong with the home and can bring a perception that there's not enough value there for that property, and actually in the end will end up affecting your price down even lower than it really should have went in the first place. So pricing your property accurately is going to bring the most amount of value out of your home.
That's good advice there too, and it makes sense. Now I'm wondering too, is getting an offer right away when you list a bad thing or a good thing?
No, you see, a lot of people say, oh, gosh, I got an offer right away. Maybe we listed our property too high. Typically that is actually a sign that the house has been listed at the right price. Now certainly if you list it too low, it's going to get a lot of offers and potentially you could leave some money on the table if it's way low. But really, again, the right price will draw in multiple offers at this point in the market, and making sure that we're consistently pricing those properties at the right price point will drive in more buyers and potentially more offers that can drive that price even higher. Once people come into the home, they realize that they like the house and the property's priced right. Sometimes they're willing to go even higher than they would have if the price was higher, because they've finally walked in, they've realized that there's extra value here, they've attached themselves to this house, they can see themselves living in it, and the emotion gets involved and they can pay actually a higher price than the actual list price.
That's a good tip too. Sometimes I think it's just about getting them in the door to see it, like you said, and get attached to it. Now, if you're having your home on the market longer than the average listing, do people start to incur additional costs as that goes on and on?
Well, absolutely. I mean, if you think about just the holding costs that are associated with your home, you also think about the potential of some damage that could be done to your home, or just the wear and tear. I mean, a house on the market for 6 months is going to need more work to it than if you were to sell it right away. Your taxes, your mortgage payments, all those costs add up, and there's the opportunity cost of not being able to go out and seek your own home for your new move, and not being able to get out in this market and make an offer on a house really can have you miss the great opportunity of a home that you otherwise would have been able to purchase.
Now, before we go I understand that Property Revival Realty is doing a benefit at the ballpark coming up. Can you tell us just a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's one of the things that Property Revival Realty loves to do, is just give back to the communities in which we live and work. And we've sponsored a baseball team at the Ball Diamond here in Sun Prairie, and we are actually putting on a benefit for Andy Judes, who is suffering from colon cancer. He has a GoFundMe page that we're going to put up here on the screen, but he's been trying to raise, his family's been trying to raise some funds to pay for their deductibles for their health insurance. And this is a benefit that we're putting on to help raise that funds. You can certainly go ahead and just donate right to the GoFundMe page. Otherwise, come down to the ice cream social that we have on the 18th of this month from 5 to 8, and you can come down, have an ice cream cone, donate for the festivities, and we can try to raise the remaining funds for Andy's Cancer Relief Fund.
All right, and thank you, John. And you should see that GoFundMe page at the bottom of your screen now, so definitely check that out. Thank you, John, and stay with us. There's more right after this.